we're on our way to Edge Hill Cemetery in Martinsburg, West Virginia.
No, that's in
Charlestown, whatever. Anyway, close enough.
We're photographing dead people today.
Yeah, we just left Hope Hill Cemetery in Urbana.
Urbana.
Yeah,
now we're heading on south 340, despite what the signs say. And we're going to Charlestown to go to Edge Hill Cemetery, which was the historic French cemetery that the death metal band Barbiturae loved so much. I know, right? It's stupid because it is a...
yeah, basically a band stole one of Ben's photos.
Oh yeah, it was a good photo too, if I do say so myself.
And then they claimed some things, and apparently...
They were led to believe it was an historic French cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy's driving a toy Prius. Very nice. It's not even a real Prius.
Toy Prius.
Silver toy Prius. It's like, how much does that cost, I wonder? Give you $50.
Yeah, but can you still drive it?
That's why I'm paying $50 for it, not $20. $50 will at least get me, a little Power Wheel version, right? I realize...
No, actually, Power Wheels are more expensive
How much
than
is
that.
Power Wheels?
Expensive enough that my parents never bought me one when I was a kid, even though that was the one thing I always wanted when I was little.
We can still make that happen.
No, because I got a broken one, when I was slightly too big. And, I rode that thing down the hill in my backyard all the time.
Okay, then what are you complaining about? You got a Power Wheel.
Yeah, it was broken.
Okay, you got a Power Wheel. How much did it cost you?
Side of road.
Say what?
Side of road.
Nothing. So you got what you paid for.
Well, the thing is, the battery, the battery thing never worked.
Battery schmattery. Just push it with your feet. Be like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, it was an ATV style one, so I just, went down hills with it.
There you go. There you go. You had a good time.
Oh yeah, not saying I didn't have fun, but it was, I always wanted one of the powered, an actual working one.
Oh, you wanted one with power. Oh, look at you, all bougie with your I want a Power Wheels.
Anyway,
yeah. Barbiturae, go.
Yeah, well, it's your story.
Oh, okay. Well, you were telling it so well, I figured you might as well keep going.
Well, the band stole one of Ben's photos, and, they lied.
Well, no, you missed an important part. Ben caught them and Ben nailed them.
Uh-huh. Don't steal photos.
Mm-hmm. Like I say, don't steal. The government hates competition.
But anyway, back to what I was wanting to do a stream about the other day.
What were you wanting to do a stream about? No, and who asked whether you want what you wanted to do?
You're being a little rude.
What? I'm laughing. I'm trying to be funny. Clearly, it's not working.
It's not, because it's about the housemates.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead about our unwelcome guests.
Oh, yeah. Guests well past their prime.
Oh, yes. Except in 3 days, guests start to stink. This was a 2-month commitment. We've had 5. Before it reaches 7, they're out of here.
Yeah, don't steal, period. Yeah. Don't steal anything.
That's right. The thing is, ask permission.
And as Ben says, asking ye shall receive.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, there was one guy recently who was doing a book, right? Asked about a photo of something. I forget what it was. But it was an old Creative Commons photo, right? And so I emailed the guy back. I said, yeah, this is the standard license that photo is available under. If that's fine by you, if that's suitable for you, I said, you need no further permission. Have at it. Let me know when the book comes out.
But anyway, back to the housemates. So... Oh, and there's one of my favorite sirens, a 3T22 behind that fire station. And the first time I actually photographed that siren, I was casually walking up right underneath of it. Yeah, and the thing is, that siren went off for a child locked in a car at the gas station directly next door. So the firemen didn't even take their trucks out. They walked a bag of tools over, right next door. But anyway, back to the housemates.
Yeah, back to the housemates.
So they didn't help clean up. They would leave weird sticky residue on things. And recently, more like 3 weeks ago now, I guess.
Yeah, something like that, about 3 weeks ago.
I asked everybody in the house, including this one here, to help clean up the living room because it was absolutely a pigsty because everyone uses that room.
Everyone uses that room and there's baby stuff all over. But people basically, they junked it up.
Yeah, basically. And I was the only one in the house doing any sort of cleaning outside of them doing some dishes here and there. And by dishes, put them in the dishwasher. Anyway.
They don't even do that very well. I've had to rearrange the dishwasher enough times.
At least it's an attempt.
A very small attempt.
Oh, job chart? If we put up a job chart, they would have just flipped out.
Oh yeah, they would have flipped shit a long time ago.
They would have, oh boy. Anyway, basically, they're living here for almost nothing. The occasional electric bill.
Yeah, the occasional electric bill.
And I'm paying more to live there than that.
Oh yeah, Elisa's paying more to live there than they are. And I have to remind Elisa this, that, yeah, you pay more than they do. So, especially if you divide that out on a per capita basis, considering that there's a woman, a boyfriend, and a baby, they pay, assuming that an electric bill's around $150, they pay about $50 a head, you pay 5 times that. So, because you live here like you mean it.
But anyway, the point is, I asked them to help clean up because we all use it, and it was like hey, let's all have a cleanup day. Fine, right? And then 5 minutes later, by the way, I messaged the group at like 6:30 in the morning, and then I get a snappy response from her, "You woke me up."
It's like,
and it's your problem you leave food out. So that should be your job to clean up. Okay, fine. But you also left a trail of trash juice on the floor. And baby stuff everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, she tried to blame the trash juice on me, didn't she?
Yep.
It's like, yeah, who takes the trash out, honey?
Anyway. And ever since that day, they've been like oddly hostile towards me. And then
Oh, don't forget that they skipped town for a week.
Yeah, they skipped town for a week, and we were actually enjoying ourselves without them there.
We were enjoying ourselves without them being there. It's like I had my house back with all their shit still in it.
But, yeah, so they were gone, and they came back, and we were back to being,
Back to being, 2 people that live together in a house. Which is what we intended in the first place, right? Before we had these interlopers.
So, which brings us to...
So here's the thing, though. During that week, and this is important, during that week, we got used to it, and it's like, and the thought became this, like, we didn't know where they went.
Yeah, because they didn't even say.
They didn't even say anything, they didn't say where they went.
And we are not we tell them when we're going and leaving, and when we'll be back.
If we're going to be out for a while, yeah.
So they can do whatever they need.
Yeah, just so they don't wonder what happened to me. I'm left wondering what happened to them. And because last I was told, picnic in Annapolis. It's like, okay, picnic in Annapolis. Okay, you'll be home to see you tonight, They're gone an entire week. And I'm thinking, and at this point, the
wheels are turning that we think they abandoned us.
Yeah, we think they abandoned us. And also, it's like, okay, if they have another place to stay like that, can afford to leave like that, they don't need to stay at our house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were affording this house perfectly A-okay.
Oh, yeah, the only reason we let her in the first place is because she asked nicely. And
because her father doesn't like her boyfriend. And
I'm getting a sense that not liking him is perfectly justified.
Mr. Man of the Streets.
Yeah, I know. That's another, but that's later.
Yeah.
But anyway, basically, it's like you start to realize that it's like once they came back a couple days after that, I'm like, you know what? Okay, the original ask was 2. We're going on 5 here. How long? I was going to give her 60 days notice. She said 2 months. So I was like, okay, that's what I wanted anyway. You know, so I gave her and then I sent an email that she acknowledged 60 days notice. You know, your ticket is up on this date.
Yeah, and that's Montgomery County.
Yeah, that's MoCo.
We have to give a 60-day notice and not 30.
Otherwise, I'd have given much less. You know?
Yeah, honestly, I would have given them 3 days. But anyway, that's just me.
As in 3 with no 0?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I would have said be out by the weekend.
Yeah, you know what? It's like this, because it's, you know, it's like...
But anyway, back
at that
to...
point, you didn't hate us yet.
No, but now she has blocked us on all platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, back to where we left off after the bug situation.
What is there? Oh, anyway, so I formally kicked her out, gave her her walking papers, right? And said basically, yeah, you're out, you know, after this date. And then she sent this lovely text message to the effect of, remind me, it's like, I know there's...
Anyway, sorry
back.
guys, we're back. We'll wait until you guys rejoin in a second.
In the meantime, do you remember what the combination to the air shield is?
Huh?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, what are we referring to?
Spaceballs.
Oh. Anyway, back to where we left off. So
anyway, the fridge has a certain order to it.
yeah, you know, milk, drinks, tall, liquidy things go on the top shelf because it's the...
Milk goes on the door, but anyway.
It depends.
It depends, yeah. I mean...
It depends how much milk we have in the fridge, really.
Basically, there's... The short of it is there's an order. There's an order.
So Ben's water bottles are in the top because they're getting nice and cold.
Top shelf, left side, towards the front, arranged with the 40-ounce bottles here and here, and the 27-ounce bottles in between them, front, back.
By the way, he's very particular.
I'm very particular about this. And so, you know, so that's what I did. And so, you know, she would...
And here's Harper's Ferry.
And what she did is she put a carton of milk, or a carton of soy milk, all the way to the left, blocking where I would put my thing. So I moved the milk. I put it on.
And I think we're back.
We're back? Okay.
Give us some sort of indication here. Anywho.
Anyway, so, you know, I have...
So Ben moved Melissa all of about 8 inches. Can I hotspot myself?
Yeah, hotspot from me.
Anyway, sorry about that. We had just crossed into West Virginia. We crossed out of Maryland into Virginia for all of about 30 seconds.
45.
Okay, 45 seconds, and now we're in West Virginia. In the town of Harper's Ferry. Anyway, back to our story.
Yes.
Milk.
So anyway, move the milk.
The
to
milk
other
was
side of
moved.
the fridge.
Yeah, same shelf, just
Same
different
shelf,
side.
Not in the center of the left side, it's on the right side.
So Melissa decided to move his water bottles.
Well, no, wait. She said, it was like, okay, she moved it back. I, you know, put it back the way it was, the way I had it, right? And then she sent this text, you were not the only one, you know, you move my stuff, I move your stuff. You are not the only person who lives here. And I'm like,
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you don't pay much of anything.
It's like, you know what the thing is, it's not even that. You know what it is? It's not even it doesn't matter who pays.
We own the house.
Yeah, it's like this. I said, oh, you know what? Let me remind you of something.
Oh, there's a Mal vehicle down there on the railroad.
Oh, fun.
Probably working on the down CSX bridge.
A Mal vehicle?
Yeah.
All right.
Maintenance of way.
Red China. All right.
Maintenance of way.
A Mal vehicle. People's Republic wants you. Just saying, Mao vehicle. You know, not Chinese.
Elevator Rockon's mother said, okay, moocher.
Yes, indeed. How much you want to bet that'll set off my minis? If you say, okay, moocher. Nope, didn't do it. All right, oh well.
Anyway, back to the
story. Minis off at home, though, I'll bet.
Back to the story.
So anyway, yeah, I had to, she said to me this, you are not the only person who lives here. I'm like, oh.
And this whole argument stuff is really petty and stupid.
It's over stupid stuff anyway. So yeah, anyway. So it's like, oh, you want to go there, do you?
And so she's getting hostile over the milk being moved a foot on the same damn shelf.
It's being moved to the other side of the shelf. Yeah. So anyway, it's like, oh, because it's like, there's one important detail you're forgetting. I own the house.
Yeah.
Say, I own the house. That means my house, my kitchen, my refrigerator. And therefore, how the house is run how things are run is my prerogative. And I said, and as long as, you want to talk about sounding like somebody's parent.
So here's what Ben said.
Oh,
I will read that. Regarding this most recent message, I believe that you be reminded of a very important point. I own the place, my house, my kitchen, my refrigerator, and therefore arrangement of the refrigerator and the manner in which things are maintained in this house are my prerogative. When it comes to this house, I am the benevolent dictator, and I determine how certain things in this house are run. As long as you live under my roof, you live under my rules. Don't be petty and rearrange the refrigerator just because I know you're more mature than that. If you don't like the way I run the place, find somewhere else to stay.
There you go. Translated. And I'm sitting here beaming with pride as she's reading my remark. And thus came the basically what she said is, yeah, you just lost a friend. And I'm thinking, yeah,
okay,
like some friend you are.
Well, then don't be petty next time.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you know what? If this will speed up your leaving my house, then you know what? Oh, and of course, let's not forget, she says, I have 2 months. So in other words.
And then, no, she went on like some weird rant on Facebook before she blocked us.
Oh yeah, feeling human. And talking about power and being able to use it over people.
It was really gross.
It was funny, actually.
It was gross and funny because, yeah, we know who she's talking about, obviously us.
But she's talking about me, not just you, me. She's talking about me right there. And I'm like, okay. Because it's like, this is the person who doesn't have a place to live,
doesn't have her own place
and
asked us to stay for 2 months.
Yeah, is staying practically for free.
Yeah, her living here is cheaper than renting a sketchy ass hotel in middle of nowhere, West Virginia.
Yeah, let's put it this way. You know what it is? I looked up what the market is for a room. Right? A single room. Right? As in rent a room. I could rent that room for $800. I was letting her stay there for a fraction of that.
But anyway, continuing on. So, they made spaghetti and garlic bread one night, right before trash day.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben and I found, little teeny bits of garlic bread all over the kitchen.
Yeah.
For an unknown reason.
Yeah,
And
don't know why. It's like.
And we found 2 in the recycle.
Yes, indeed. The only thing we have to fear is
Buffering. Yeah, we certainly do fear a good buffer. Anyway, now that we're back.
Oh, we're back. Oh, good.
For who knows how long, because West Virginia has spotty service.
I mean, look where we are. We're in West Virginia, That used to be a Sears hometown, wasn't it?
I thought that was a Sears outlet.
No. Too small to be Sears outlet. It was a Sears hometown.
It was a Sears something or
I
other.
think it was a franchise location. Either way, those Sears hometowns, even though they're franchise, are going to disappear eventually because, Sears is not a brand you really want to associate yourself with anymore.
There's Long Shots.
Oh, yeah, former Ponderosa.
And the Charlestown Sheets.
Oh, yeah, one of 2. There's another one up here.
Yeah, but that's the one that we go to, usually.
Which, can I hit the pedestrian when we get up? I'm going to go to the other one and hit the pedestrian.
Yeah, because this boy here is a pee-pee boy.
Yeah, I just took on a bunch of liquid, and you know what? I just want to make sure I'm good.
Yeah, you did take on a bunch of liquid.
I took on liquid, yes. And then, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do...
Anyway, back to the story.
Well, wait a second. I'm going to do that, because then we're going to go to the cemetery and photograph it. I want to make sure that I've peed before I do that.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to have to go wee-wee in the cemetery.
I don't want to have to water somebody's flowers,
Oh, that would be sick.
It's not like their animals go in there and do it,
Oh, stop it.
I'll take all my clothes off and go wee-wee behind it and be an animal and wee-wee behind a tree. But anyway.
You are one giant weirdo.
Yeah, well, whoa!
What the fuck? What was that about?
That was me
The fuck, dear?
Alright, anyway, we're fine. People need to stop.
By the way, that was the exact same noise I produced when I got pulled over driving. That's a different story in and of itself.
We told that story already, though.
Anyway, back to the original point of this.
Yes.
And now that my GoPro went on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Erg.
We'll stop at the sheets. You'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I would like my GoPro. This thing is a beauty.
Thank you for respecting social distancing 10 feet.
Yeah, I know. I sent that to you before.
Ah.
When the Comcast guy was in our neighborhood. That was,
10 feet.
yeah, a little disturbing. But anyway, back to the story. Back to the story. Now that, you know, we didn't get killed.
Oh, yeah, so garlic bread.
Yeah, so we kept finding bits of garlic bread around the house.
No, just in the kitchen.
I found one in the living room.
Oh, you did?
But anyway.
So she denied. You know.
Yeah, she denied the fact that it was her garlic bread.
Because her idiot boyfriend did it. So yeah, she may not have done it, but like I said, her idiot boyfriend probably did it.
Either way, it doesn't matter who done did it, but they blamed me.
Yeah, they blamed Lisa.
When I don't eat garlic bread, the last time I had garlic bread was right before when Pizza Hut discontinued the Texas Toast grilled cheese when I was in elementary school.
Huh.
Because I was immediately turned off by garlic bread after that. Because it didn't have cheese on it.
Yeah. Basically, the point is, we know where the garlic bread came from because
Ben doesn't eat bread
Ben
anymore.
doesn't eat bread anymore, and she doesn't eat garlic bread for the aforementioned reasons. So no,
Anyway,
it wasn't us.
they started getting. I asked.
She accused them of planting.
Yeah.
Will you have to show them all my text messages?
Yes. Well, I mean, they're mine too, so. So this was my message. I sent a photo of the random piece of garlic bread that ended up in my wheelchair, and I don't know how. I said, why do I keep finding garlic bread bits around in the kitchen? I found like 4 of them in the past few days, including in my wheelchair. If you drop something, can you please pick it up? Then Marley's like, that doesn't add up. I'm like, how does it not add up? I don't eat that, and Ben can't. And Melissa says, what the hell, honestly, I don't know. I eat all of my bread, and that was in the trash, so something must have dropped it or something.
Yeah, somebody must have dropped
And
it.
then
Yeah,
it gets really petty.
Oh, yeah.
And then they blame me for locking the bathroom door on them.
Yeah, and I said, yeah. And I just I shut them down in a second on that one. And I said, yeah, that's probably me because occasionally I forget.
Because it's a shared bathroom. It has 2 doors, one into one bedroom and one to his bedroom.
The bathroom goes into both bedrooms. So,
Yeah, and this is our house that we own.
Yeah,
they
this
don't.
is our house.
They are guests, and they're being like that.
They are lodgers. They have nothing.
So, yeah, that's why I've been incredible.
What's going on over here?
Uh-oh.
Alright, I see.
Then I see an EPTA-bus. Uh-oh.
Where are you seeing EPTA-bus?
EPTA.
Oh, yeah, well, I think the EPTA-bus has nothing. I see 2 ambulances.
The reason why we're doing this in text is so we have everything in writing.
Yes.
So nothing goes unseen.
Yes. Anyway, I will be
Yes, in Montgomery County, Maryland, you need 60 days.
Yes. Anyway.
That is a county rule.
By the way, you might want to plug in. Oh, you're coming in too? Because I was just going to go pee and come back out.
Oh, I'm just going to go look at the police cars and such.
Oh, okay.
And go check out the EPTA-bus in the meantime.
Oh, okay.
Because why not? Because we all like buses.
This sheet's in a long time.
I don't remember the last time I went to this one.
August 18th, 2016. So it was the Soul. This is not a handicap spot.
No, I was putting my GoPro away.
Okay. And you know what? While I'm up, I'm gonna. Oh, so you're getting out. I'm gonna turn this off.
Yes, because they're technically within Montgomery County a tenant if they have stayed over 30 days.
Actually, I did some further research. They are lodgers.
Lodgers.
Which is different than a tenant. and also, you know, and also it's a lot more favorable to me for that because I'm not a licensed, you know, housing provider, and I'm just renting out a room in my house. Therefore, you know.
Yes, we are in West Virginia.
Or basically, who's calling me? Christopher Deal, not him. Alright. Alright, okay, I sent that flying way the hell up here.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I sure did. Anyway, and also, wow, we need the vacuum the back of this car, by the way.
Yeah, we have toilet chunks in our car.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. You don't, for that matter, you don't need to wash the car. Don't drop that, guys.
Okay.
Because I gotta find something. Here it is. Alright.
That poor water bottle.
This thing. I put it back
This is one of the water bottles Ben, you know, fills with water and puts in the fridge. This is a 40.
This is the one on the right side. So anyway, so basically, you can imagine that this one lives here, right? Another one identical to it lives here, and then I got two smaller 27 ounces live here. And
If that makes any sense to you guys.
you know what? It's my fridge. It doesn't need to make sense to anybody else but myself.
And me.
Yeah, and you will know.
Oh, also, random statement. This is one of the few sheets that still have kerosene.
Oh yeah.
They don't advertise kerosene anymore.
That's only the older location. But anyway, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
But yeah, they're older pumps too. Anyway, let's go check out the EPTA cutaway van, which is Eastern Panhandle Transit. Anyway, I've not ridden EPTA yet, but it's on my bucket list, even though it is only a cutaway van. And that's EPTA for you. And that across the street is Hollywood Casinos. And this is the Sheets. Ben is only going to the bathroom, so we shall be back in the car soon. And if you guys didn't hear, we are headed to Edge Hill Cemetery. Anyway, back to the... Oh, I have a junk Facebook that I can see some of Melissa's posts on. But not all of them are public. So it's kind of useless. Back to the kerosene. Do you guys have, do any of you guys have any kerosene pumps at gas stations near you? Now we're just waiting on Ben. Oh, you know what, I'll go in. Oh, sorry. And it looks like I just found him.
Yep. I feel better now. So, hi. So, are we all set?
Yeah. Ooh, look at that big color changey freezy thingy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not. It's alive.
It's alive. I asked what you're supposed to do. The car's over here.
Yeah, no, and I'm walking out this door.
Oh, okay.
This is medium to large size sheets, although I've seen larger.
This one is older. That's not
It doesn't have a seating area. Unlock.
Yeah.
Set you guys down so I can buckle up and be safe.
That's right. Especially if people drive like the way they were driving.
Yeah. Let's not remind me.
Oh, okay.
It reminds me of the tow truck.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that's another story. We were coming back from Pittsburgh.
No, we weren't. We were
Is
coming back to
Morgantown?
Cumberland.
Cumberland? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm definitely sure. That was the Cumberland trip in 16.
Either way, we
September 1st to 16.
there was a tow truck towing a vehicle with no rear lights in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and the reason they didn't have any lights was because they were what is it? Because they were,
So a dark mountainy area.
Basically, it was a big van. So the truck had lights, but you couldn't see any of them because
it was a big old truck.
Because it was a big truck, and the lights were covered by the van. The van was blocking. All right, I can get out that way, I think.
Yeah, I think you can.
I think I can. So why don't we do that? But anyway, back to what we were saying. So yeah.
Yeah, and so we came up right quick on it and didn't see it until
like the last minute.
Second.
Yeah, the last second. Big jam on the brakes. Called the state police on that one.
Yeah, because that's unsafe for not just us.
That is a hazard because if you can't.
No rear lights on it at night. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh no. We came up on them right fast. I mean, we're going the speed limit. We're on cruise control,
And we stopped at, didn't we stop at Sidling on the way back?
Yeah, we stopped at Sidling Hill.
And we hit it, we saw him again.
We encountered them again,
On 70 as well.
Yeah, I mean, you realize that, right there, the road splits.
Yeah, well.
68 comes to an end in Hancock, and so you have to go either north into Pennsylvania or south into Maryland.
Oh, and you guys might recognize this was the 7-Eleven I stopped at the other night when Ben was photographing that Turf Motel sign.
And then there's Bosses on the Level Entertainment.
This is what the area looks like in the daylight.
Yes. What is that thing?
And the strip club.
Oh, yeah. Well, strippers gotta eat too.
And there's that cool neon sign.
Hiring maids.
And the McDonald's that is barely lit. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian. And that building next to the Days Inn looks abandoned.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Yeah, it kind of does. Or it's just West Virginia and it's still used, but because of the virus.
Oh, that house is getting reworked.
And this be the turn for the historic French cemetery.
Be the turn for the historic French cemetery.
Which is, it is neither.
It is not, well, it has its
It is historic, but it's not French.
Well, it has its more historic sections. I.e., it has sections that date from the 1800s. However, most of the interments are from the 20th century. You want to take them on a tour really quickly before we start?
Yeah, well, let's show them the cemetery.
Okay. Anyway, let's take, first of all, welcome to Edge Hill Cemetery. Come on in. Alright, first of all, straight ahead here where these little chains are. That is the area where I photographed. This is like Civil War era right here. And so you want to look that way more. But anyway,
Yeah, well, the pillar's in the way.
Well, stick your thing out the window. But anyway, the point is, this was the French part of the cemetery, the historic French part of the French cemetery. Yes, it's ridiculous, but
Yeah, but we've been calling it that ever since.
Yes, we have. I mean, very French names like Agnes A. Sykes, who died in 1929, or Louis R. and Bertha V. Fry, who died in the 50s.
That's definitely historic and French.
Oh, yeah.
Elizabeth Thomas Smith.
Thomas J. Shipway, that's a French name right there. Mother, Father, Henderson, yeah, that's French.
Yeah, but this is a cool cemetery.
This is a cool cemetery. You know, it's got a lot of stuff to look at.
If you guys haven't,
Rookenbar. There you go.
That's actually a cool name.
Rockenbar. You know, that's French. Let me tell you how French that is.
but,
Look. They smiled and slept on that where one right by there. Right there, yeah. They smiled and slept.
hey, you know.
And they died sometime in the 20th century, just like all these people did.
But anyway, Find a Grave is actually really cool.
Yes.
Can locate everybody.
Yes, indeed.
And we upload photos to the site.
Yeah, we upload photos. And
So,
in fact,
and I transcribe.
yes. Basically, what we did is we're taking a.
We have our work cut out for us.
Yeah. Now this cemetery, we're just gonna spend a little time and photograph till Elise, dies.
Yeah, basically.
Then I'll just dig a hole and put her in there and put a little marker next to it, and then I'll go to the bathroom. Oh, that one needs a little help there.
I mean, this is a very well maintained
Oh, this is a
cemetery.
very well maintained cemetery.
I think we should probably message them about it so they can get it some help.
Yeah.
Because, no, this is a genuinely...
This is a good cemetery. This is
Oh,
a well.
I see a tarp.
Where? Oh.
Which means there's something going on.
Something going on over there. That was like when I went to that Jewish cemetery in Neptune, in New Jersey, which is where my grandparents are buried. I went to. There was something going on elsewhere. A bunch of yarmulkes over there, And I'm like, oh, somebody's getting buried.
Oh, and it looks like they're setting up for later.
Yeah, they're setting up for a burial. But yeah, a Jewish cemetery got a lot of guys in yarmulkes in there. But this,
And they're in the ground in, like, quickly.
Jewish people, you're in the ground in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that Whittington headstone. Buried right up against somebody else. All right.
I mean, these are really back-to-back.
Yeah, these are back to back. Yeah. Oh, these are flat markers for the.
Erg.
There's another Whittington one like that somewhere else because that other one I photographed is not brown.
As far as photographing goes, I'm not a fan of the flat ones. And I'm not a fan of them in general, mostly because the grass tends to overtake them.
No dogs allowed. Now, this is one thing that bothers me. They got an ad for monument sales right in the fucking cemetery. And I'm like, all right.
Don't be selling in the graveyard.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay.
That's kind of tricky.
Tacky.
These look really fresh.
These are 2000s interments. Oh, is that not a perfect name right there?
La Grave.
La Grave. It's like, yeah, that is La Grave right there.
Oh gosh, and that one's pretty recent, 2019.
Oh yeah, these are all recent graves. I'm actually inclined to photograph over in this section a little bit.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, so now the question is,
Well, let's go show them around this area before we cut the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's do this. We're actually
Because we can come back. We have plenty of daylight.
Oh yeah, we have plenty of time. Then what we're doing is we're taking people around for a quick. Oh, there's more this way. This is a different road. Oh yeah, I was gonna say we're about to repeat territory. No, cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac.
Well, what's this way?
There's nothing down that way. I'm not going there.
No, you're not too late. We'll still show you around.
Yeah, we'll show you around anyway.
Don't hit that.
No, we cleared it. I know the size of my herb.
Oh, yeah, don't be driving recklessly in a graveyard.
It's like, when did they die? Doesn't say. Because I'm looking at that and I'm like, that is like...
It says married July 3rd, 1941. Oh, no, it's a flat marker on the ground.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because that just looks like they died. Because my thought
2011
was, oh, okay.
and 1995.
Oh, okay. My thought was, did they die on 9/11 or something? That's what I thought,
I wouldn't put that on that if it was that, but...
And then there's breeding and, these are definitely more
modern.
These are 90s, 2000s,
Ooh, that one with the picture's kind of cool.
The one, that Bill Howe?
Yeah.
Michael M. That's still around. Okay. I wonder if that's supposed to be Michelle, or if they're gay. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
Anyway, on to the actual town.
I mean, on to the actual town.
We gotta show them it.
Oh, we're gonna show them the town?
Yeah.
So I came here for nothing. We could have gone to the town. We could have done that, and then come here, and then I could have done this instead of having to come back here. Wouldn't have had to would not have had to make a left turn, you know, and wait for all
calm
these
yourself.
people. You know, and now you're saying, you know what? Let's at least make a little dust.
Hey, be respectful.
I am being respectful. I'm already being respectful. I'm just kicking up a little dust just because.
Weirdo.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, here we go.
Back into the older.
Hawkinsmith.
Back into the older
Back
section.
into the French part.
Although I really like these older ones, even though they're harder to read and transcribe.
Hard to read. They are.
No,
hard
genuine
to
statement.
read.
Like, when I'm trying to transcribe graves for the site, it is kind of difficult.
I want to know why people wrote so illegibly on these graves and these old graves in the first place. I mean, it's one because they don't wear well. You know, and the writing is hard to read to begin with. And then weathering takes its toll.
Yeah, it's like, I would like to know who you are.
I mean, like, look at this one, this odd one. Yeah, it's old, it's got weathering on it. You can still read it. However, scooch up here to this one, that font on that one. It's like, that is hard to read.
We are in West Virginia.
Yes, we're in West Virginia. And that's another thing, the French
This
cemetery.
is Edge Hill.
The French cemetery that's actually in West Virginia. And oh, don't think for a second that I did not say in my thing, you know, the historic French cemetery that's actually in West Virginia. You know, made sure to rub that one in just a little bit.
Again, guys, do not steal.
Don't steal, because if you steal, you know what happens?
You'll get punished.
You will get
Whether it be sooner or later, it will
get
happen.
caught. You will get nailed for it. You know, or if you're a business or an organization, guess what?
Money.
That's right. I will come after you for cash. That's right. Anybody who's ever watched that movie, Follow That Bird? Remember the one with Big Bird where he gets sent to the dodos, and then whoops, let's not do that.
Yeah, don't kill us today.
I'm not trying to kill you. I'll just kill you. I'll just kill you by accident.
And where are you gonna bury me, Edge Hill?
I just move right here. I might as well.
I mean, there's already a hole open.
There's already a hole open. It's like yeah. It's like there's this is grave. I didn't ask you if this was for this. I got a dead body that I got to put in here, so you know I might as well bury him in the right kind of hole. You dig a hole next to him for whatever stiff you're doing.
We're gross.
We are sick, sad individuals. Now you see, this is what I got to do because you changed plans on me. You want to go take them on a tour of downtown. Now I got to wait for all these cars to go by before I can go.
Yeah, well, downtown is cool.
No, it isn't. But anyway.
Yes, it is. Because there's a few cool elevators down here.
Yeah, that you're not taking them to because we're not getting out of the car. All right, you ready? Here's an opening. All right, this Prius goes by, and that. Let's go.
As long as it's not a toy Prius.
No, not a toy Prius. And there goes my tripod. Or is that the water bottle? I don't know. Something rolled.
But downtown is cute.
It wasn't my ankle, so that's a good thing. Anyway, here we're doing this, and I had to wait all that time.
No, I don't have an IBM 4030.
What is an IBM 4030? Oh, I could have hit that water bottle.
Elevator Rockland's mom says, old movie plot, hide the body under a casket in a fresh grave.
There you go. Nobody will ever look there.
And this is downtown.
This is downtown. Isn't this exciting?
It's cute, though.
Yes, indeed. It's cute. Anyway.
I like it.
But anyway, back to the story. So anyway, you all remember that movie, Follow?
Well, my elevator is right there, professional building.
Oh.
Back where that vintage general is that I filmed out here.
Yes. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So I was doing the. So I was on the. So anyway, you remember that movie, Follow the Bird, was from the 80s.
Let's go check on that fire damage at.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, we're here. Might as well. All right. Anyway.
Because this building had a fire.
Yes, it did. Anyway. So it still had a fire.
And these cars are still sitting here.
Well, yeah. I mean, the dealership I think is still doing business.
as much as one can do with all this fire damage.
I just got texted. I'll check that in a minute. But I mean, you know, they can still do something. I mean, they still have their inventory here, you know.
Some.
And
Ooh, look at these old trucks.
Oh yeah.
Let's go see them.
Old tow truck.
Not like the Diamond Rio, but.
Alright. There it is.
Ooh, those are cool.
Yes. Anyway, now back up here.
I kind of want to photograph those at some point.
Well, anyway, we're going back to the cemetery.
I wonder if you can go up this street.
Which one?
This?
Straight?
Yeah.
Why?
I bet you could get back to the cemetery going this way.
I bet you could.
Ooh, why is my camera out of focus?
I don't know. Focus it.
Yeah, well, it's not focusing.
But
So.
anyway, you all remember Follow That Bird, right? Where Big Bird got sent to the dodos and then tried to walk back to Sesame Street from Illinois. So anyway, and Big Bird at one point in the movie gets kidnapped, right, by the Sleaze brothers who run a fun fair and are trying to use them for entertainment, and they're making like tons of money. Anyway, so there's this part in there where Sam Sleaze, who's played by Dave Thomas, not the real Dave Thomas, the other Dave Thomas, the actor, but and he's singing as he's counting his money. I'm a rich man, getting richer. Here's my money, let me count it. Every time I get money with Pixie, I sing that to myself. I'm a rich man,
Stop.
Getting richer. Here's my money.
Okay, Steven has a question.
Yes.
Hey Ben, does that hall have the same fire alarms from the 2001 video referring to Potomac Hall?
No, they've since replaced it with a simplex system. I do not know what the new appliances are, and also Potomac Hall is not Potomac Hall anymore. It's Chandler. Hall. It's Chandler Hall now, which is kind of a sore point with me. But you know,
ooh, is that a different cemetery?
That is a different cemetery. Yes.
We just found another cemetery.
Well, it's like people die all the time. You know.
Oh yeah, people live, people die.
People die.
We need houses for the living and houses for the dead.
Well, no, you need a hole to throw the dead in. But yeah, this is a church cemetery. And speaking of cemeteries, there's a squirrel. I hit a squirrel one time.
You?
On the freeway going 70.
Why was that squirrel there?
Because he had to cross the street. I don't know what he was trying to do, but clearly he didn't make it.
Squish.
No, he didn't go squish. He hit the undercarriage of the car. He went rolling, so, you know.
Oh, God.
At 70 miles an hour, so.
He ain't living.
Something tells me that impact knocked the life out of him. Because, yeah, I didn't stop because obviously it's just a squirrel.
And it's on the freeway.
And I'm going 70 miles an hour on the freeway. It'd probably be a mile before I could pull over anyway, so. And I'm not going, especially because it was right after Delaplane.
What's that?
You know, exit 23, the one that says no return eastbound, that one.
That?
Oh, you know, we never went this way. I gotta back up.
Or we could cremate and share, Elevator Rockman's mother says.
There you go. Cremate and share. Every time I hear the word
that
cremate,
bench looks so unstable.
As it does. I mean, that
oh
bench
my
is
gosh.
probably as old as these graves.
Probably.
You know, Strickler died in 39 right there. You know. Or Cockrell died in 1893. You know.
Although lately we've been finding older graves.
Oh, yeah.
By the house.
Oh, yeah. And then there's that one. It was some kid that died.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you know, the fact that these graves outlast the kids by many orders because, you know, the kid.
It's like when I went to Voschel Cemetery with my mother
like
over
that
the
one, they died, born and died, probably asleep in Jesus. Oh, that's
sad.
That's a little asleep in Jesus. It's like that sounds wrong.
But anyway, I found a whole bunch of graves of, like, you know, ones who didn't make it even 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like, stillborn.
All right. You want to go this way or that way? Let's go
straight.
Let's go the paved way. Pounds. There you go.
Oh, speaking of other cemeteries, in Harper's Ferry, there's a cemetery and there's a headstone that says Butts.
Oh, yeah. No, just butt, not butts.
Oh, no, if you go on Find a Grave, there's Butts as well.
Oh, okay. And then there's Bruno almost peed on Butt. And Pete
Poor
pulled Bruno away. He's like, no, Bruno.
Please don't pee here.
Not there. Sorry, pee somewhere else. Anyway, so.
Yeah, don't pee on somebody's grave.
Don't pee. Oh, yeah, they're getting ready. They got. Oh, yeah, look at that. They got all this. They're ready to go. They're ready to do that. So, yeah.
It's a beautiful day.
A canopy, yep, time to bury. Time to bury somebody.
I wonder if there's a Jewish cemetery around here.
How many Jewish people are there around here?
I don't know. I guess we have to go up to Pikesville.
Probably not enough. Yeah, you go up to Pikesville. That's where you know, they got plenty of Jewish people there. There's probably more likely to have a specific Jewish cemetery.
Yeah, I like Diamond Rio trucks. Those are cool. I rode in the one from the bus barn.
Yes. Anyway, where are we sitting at?
Let's set up in the shade.
That part I got. I was going to put the herb in the shade anyway, but you know.
Somewhere over here.
Somewhere over here.
Ooh, I feel better.
I'm sure you do. But anyway, my goal is to get out, leave the shoes in the car.
I wouldn't leave my shoes in the car, but anyway.
Well, you know, we have different kinds of shoes. You have real shoes. I have. You know, we're going to park in that little cul-de-sac.
Fireworks I've heard here and there, but more so within the city itself in DC and in Baltimore.
Yeah, more so in the city.
We can just park here.
Yeah, we'll just park right there because nobody's going to go this way. We'll park just over here. Basically, that way the herb is out.
You've parked the furthest away from the thing that I wanted to photograph.
I
wanted to photograph the things closest to that building over there.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, work your way over there.
That's too much.
Oh, okay.
I'm lazy. And
I see that. Well, anyway.
It genuinely
does
does
hurt. There's no place to park.
Anyway, I guess
I think we're here, so
I'm gonna get out and photograph.
Stone right there. I love it. All right.
Wear shoes.
No, I'll be fine. Or I'll take them off and I'll put them
Okay, so you hear him. He says he wants to walk around the cemetery barefoot.
Yes.
No.
Why not? Because I'm getting down enough that, you know what, it makes more sense to say to hell with the shoes.
Yeah, see, the problem is if you accidentally step on something, I'm gonna, laugh at you if you step on something.
There will be no crack pipes in the cemetery. You'll find that in the park.
Oh my God! I did not tell you. Did I tell you guys this?
We've told this story before. We showed them when we did the feed.
Oh yes.
We showed them the crack pipe.
Yeah, I know. 2 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
When I originally stepped on it. So we went to this park right next to the Housing Authority.
Ambrose Park it was.
Yeah, no, Ambrose Park is actually genuinely cool.
It's a nice park.
Yeah, like, I would go out of my way to go here to go to that park. Because it was that kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I sit down on the bench, crunch. I look down because I heard all this glass. I'm like, oh, I just stepped on a crack pipe. And it was there last week.
Drugs are not just for the inner cities. They are very much poor country areas.
They're too much everywhere, really.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs, kids, and then not in the U crops.
That's another story in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice elbow. Nice elbow.
Yes. Why do I all of a sudden smell a donut?
And maybe whatever person is lying there is eating a donut.
Now I don't smell any donuts, but anyway.
It's probably the Gatorade.
It could be. Gatorade. Yeah, that would they need to make donut flavored Gatorade. That would sell. What?
Not sure that flavor would go over so well.
Sugar-free. Donut flavored Gatorade.
Nah.
Now I want to see if they have donut flavored water enhancer.
Oh my gosh. Weirdo. And here we go with Ben looking stuff up. Or texting.
Text. Anyway, let's see here. It said donut flavored. Well, they make donut flavored ice cream, donut flavored coffee. All right, let's see.
I don't like donuts.
Donut flavored water. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
Impact. They make glazed donut flavored liquid concentrate. 1-on-1 flavors. Oh, this is for vaping.
Yeah, well.
Oh, yeah. Donut. All right. Okay.
What is it?
Okay. Wet unicorn spit water-based lubricant donut flavor. 4.6 ounces.
Ew.
All right.
Ew.
And then what is this? Glazed donut flavor, any type of food where we leave the sweetening to you.
Okay,
And
so
it's $6.99. Oh, glazed donut. Oh, here you go. Look. Glazed donut flavor. You want to make your, you know what? Does this have any calories in it?
I'm not gonna get it.
I didn't ask if you were going to get it.
No, dear.
I mean, flavor, any type of food or beverage, 0 fats, calories, or sweeteners. Donut flavor.
That's probably meant for other things. That's not just water.
Corn and peanut. No, beverage sweetener. So, yeah, you can make, $600.
Are you gonna buy donut flavored sweetener?
$6.99. I will add it to my list.
Oh my gosh.
I'll add it to my shopping list.
I don't like donuts though. But now my curiosity has got the best of me.
Yeah, that's right. Get a donut.
No, donuts are gross. Eat your broccoli, kids.
If you don't eat your broccoli, you can't have a donut.
No. Jake, Ben started smelling a donut. I don't know why. And then he just looked up donut water enhancer because he can't have donuts ever again. So, yeah.
Anyways, we're here, so let's get out of the car.
And this is where I'm going to cut the stream so I can do my
Go
work.
photograph a few stiffs.
But we may or may not stream later. Just, we might, depending on what my phone battery.
Might, but we'll see. Anyway, we're
See you later,
turning the car off
guys.
now. Have fun, everybody.